Through this video, we are going to look at an overview of past and present international monetary system. The past international monetary system is characterized by the existence of gold standard, interwar experience, and Bretton Woods system. The classical gold standard period started in 1870s and ended in 1914 with the outbreak of the First World War. Since then, the world entered into different kinds of exchange rate system that is called interwar experience, and that ended with the uh, uh, in 1945, and from 1945 onwards until 1971, 72, and 73, Bretton Woods system ruled the game of exchange rate system, and the gold standard system. These three systems are in fact characterized by the uh, fixed exchange rate system where the currencies were pegged into an international currency. In the gold standard system, all currencies were directly linked into gold, and in the Bretton Woods system, all member countries' currencies were directly linked into US dollar, and US dollar was back linked into gold. So that was an indirect gold standard system, in fact. So after that, after the collapse of Bretton Woods system in 1973, the world has entered into the period of flexible or floating exchange rate system and managed floating exchange rate system. So world started to adopt either flexible or floating exchange rate system or managed floating exchange rate system. So since 1973 March onwards, the many countries adopted managed floating exchange rate system. So that means from 1973 onwards, the market was becoming a major player in determining the value of currency. The government's role in interfering in the foreign exchange market was coming to an end, almost an end, since 1973. But still, many nations followed the uh, um, managed floating exchange rate system, and some nations even then followed pegged exchange rate system. Some nations at that time adopted dollarization. Dollarization is the adoption of a foreign currency as the legal tender currency of a nation. After the collapse of Bretton Woods system in 1973, um, the monetary European Economic Community has introduced a snake and tunnel system. So it was existed in Europe until 1979, from 1972. So that system was existed for just 7 years, where the currencies were um, fixed, but with a higher upper limit and a higher lower limit. That means the currencies were, even though the currencies were pegged into a common currency, the variation, the fluctuation of plus or minus 2 was possible in the snake and tunnel system existed since 1972 to 1979 in Europe. The currencies of European countries were pegged, but they enjoyed a little higher fluctuation than the Bretton Woods system. But that system also was collapsed in 1979. After that, many nations entered into the flexible exchange rate system in Europe. And in Europe itself, the efforts were already started to form a monetary union, and the European monetary union was established. The European monetary system was in fact literally started in 1999 January with the launch of the euro, and euro has emerged suddenly as the second dominant currency in the world, next to the US dollar. Although all members of the European Union uh, do not follow euro as their own currency, but many members of the European Union adopted their common currency, and European Union has eurozone has become an optimum currency area where a common currency is shared by the members of the European Union, almost all members of the European Union, not all members of the European Union, and they wanted to attain the benefits of uh, being in an optimum currency area, and they have just one central bank, um, which is European Central Bank, but still the concerned member countries have their own national central bank. Those national central bank at present are the members of the European Central Bank, and European Central Bank is in fact interested to form the monetary policy for the euro, which is the common currency of the eurozone area. Eurozone, as I said, euro, as I said, is the second largest currency in the world, where the most dominant currency in the world is undoubtedly the US dollar. Uh, the most nations of the world, almost all nations of the world, keep the international reserves in terms of US dollar, and almost all payments of the world are happening in US dollar, mainly in US dollar, and some transactions are also happening in other international currencies, like the euro, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Great British Pound Sterling, Swiss franc. All these are the major currencies of the world. All international payments and all international receipts will happen only or mainly in international currencies. So most of the developed nations follow flexible exchange rate system, where the market is uh, absolutely determining the value of the currency, and some countries follow managed floating exchange rate system, where market is a major player, but the government is there to interfere from time to time to save the interest of the nation. And some nations still follow fixed or pegged exchange rate system, where they peg their currency in terms of an important currency in the world, especially mainly the US dollar and euro. Some nations adopted dollarization, and some nations still are adopting dollarization. Dollarization is the adoption of a foreign currency, especially a foreign international currency, as a legal tender currency. Zimbabwe was an example for that, and some countries adopted full dollarization, some countries adopted partial dollarization, some countries adopted official dollarization, some countries adopted unofficial dollarization. Unofficial dollarization is a system where the foreign currencies are accepted for day-to-day transactions, but that is not the legal tender. That is not the fiat money declared by the government. And in some cases, official dollarization is also there, where um, the governments declared foreign currencies as the legal tender currency. So whatever the most of the transactions are taking place at present in the US dollar, US dollar has become a dominant currency ever since the Bretton Woods system. It has become an important major component of all nations, almost all nations, international reserve,